It's town home spec inspections, getting ready for inspection this morning. 7954 Bayaud. Here, getting started a tad early. This is an ASHI inspection. ASHI is the American Society of Home Inspectors. A copy of ASHI Standards of Practice is given with the home inspection contract and is the contract and or is part of the contract. So basically the gist, this is a general home inspection. We're looking for major issues. Hopefully there aren't any. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for nickels and dimes. It's not a cosmetic inspection. Not looking for holes in screens or dandelions, okay? Or whether the rinse cycle on the washing machine works right, okay? Looking for major electromechanical structural problems that may dissuade a buyer from buying the property and or renegotiating the contract or walking away from the house. So that's what we're looking for. If we do find issues, then you hire the experts in whatever field that is, electrician, plumber, engineer, window person, to further evaluate, to give me actual bid dollar figures on the issues. Other than that, that's it. I'm going to start on the roof. The roof's going to be tough to inspect for a home inspector. You can't get a roofer out here. Most roofers come out for free. I'll be able to guess at the roof from the lower elevations and extrapolate that the top roof looks like that too. We're going to look at it with binoculars, but there's no way for a home inspector to get up there. We're not roofers. So we're going to guess at the top, educated guess as it is, but we're going to guess at the top roof with binoculars and assuming or projecting that the bottom shingles look the same as the top. Other than that, you can get a roofer out here. Looks like this has been leaking for quite a while. That pipe could be frozen in there. Oh, it's broken. Yeah, it's froze right there. See it? It froze. So, anyway, this is where your lockbox is. Looks like it froze in the past too, right here. See that? So either they don't winterize them right here or whatever. All right, I'm gonna get the lockbox, the key out of the lockbox, and we'll start partying. Just so you don't waste money on this, the only way to fix this is re-pour it. Okay. You put those skim coats on there, they don't work. They just come off those epoxy skim coats. So don't waste money on that. Okay. What causes those? I would take this downspout, take it out of the dirt, and just let it drain up here. And there's your water, so you can disable your sprinkler system. I don't think you need a sprinkler system out here. Siding, this hard coat stucco, not put on right. You should have a transition here, backer rod and caulk to transition between the hard coat, expanding, contracting, between the two dissimilar materials. All this should have been caulked, and you should have weep screed, which is a fancy word for getting water if it does get behind this. Why do you care? You can get mold and mildew and other stuff behind here that you don't know about till it's too late. This is dangerous as hell. I just stepped on it and almost fell down through there, so I don't like these. Luckily we didn't break the window and all. So anyway, you need to put a real covers on here. Plexiglass covers. Colorado Window Well Covers makes these, and they cover these so they're not dangerous, and then they also keep the rain and all the debris out. And then you need to take the leaves out, okay? So if water does go in here, it won't flood into the finished basement. You have a little squirrel there eating stuff up there, and they have it caged up. Hopefully that'll keep the squirrel out of there. A little bit of painting up there and those, whatever they call those things. That's hire somebody to do that. Okay. Same story. I would probably take these scary things out and put actual bars on here and then put plexiglass over them. Okay. Yeah. Plus you get that very good insulation. You need to clean that out so it closes. The flapper valve closes on the dryer vent, maybe. Okay. This is some kind of pond here. I'm not a big fan of these. You got a filter and a pump and just like a pool. It's just more maintenance issues. If you want to deal with it, fine. Yeah, they can demonstrate that it works if you want. Okay. But I would take all this sprinkler system out. You don't need any of this. Okay. Oh yeah, you don't want underground extensions, and I don't like any of this stuff here. You can do something better than that. Okay. don't put water next to your house. Okay. Yeah. They don't do solar. You can check to see if this is rented or owned and all the ramifications of how much is being rebated and all that stuff. So I would replace these refrigerant line insulation sleeves here on both of these. These appear to be original air conditioner units. So they only last about maybe 20 years at the most. So they're kind of reaching their end of their useful lives here. We'll fire them up, see if they work. But yeah, this one's beat up bad here, huh? If your kids come in this little area here and lock this door, they'll be locked in here. I don't think there's any way out of here. Okay, these are asphalt fiberglass shingles. Look like they're new. So, well, they got new gutters in here too, I think. Brand new. Look like these are new too. Other than that, this looks good. And hopefully the top roof looks like this too. Okay, you are getting a little bit of fissuring, hairline cracks on this. It's called hard coat stucco here, and this is the front of the house. I didn't see it anywhere else. What you're really supposed to do, and you got a horizontal crack through there too. What you're really supposed to do is put control joints in here just like concrete. So you can't have this, they mix up a slurry of this and match it and just paint over it with the slurry of that concrete is the way to repair that. If you caulk this, it's going to look like all heck. So, like I say, you can't get a stucco expert out here to analyze this with a moisture meter, but you're looking at least $500. You may want to do that. So, newer roof here, as you can tell. I think it's brand new. Looks like they did a pretty good job of a little cracking on the stucco. Downspout should go to grade, not on your roof to wear out your shingles. So I would take this downspout, take it all the way to grade. So this slope of the stucco looks pretty good. I don't see hardly any cracks at all, any hairline cracks. So I think you're okay here. These things don't work. They just seal up. The leaves sit up here and freeze up here, and then they don't work at all. I'd probably take these out. You can see how they work for a while, but I don't think they're really gonna. You know, this isn't hard to clean out, this gutter.
Right.
The other ones are, and the other ones don't have these. So anyway, so you want to make sure they pulled a permit for the finish of the basement. They got 90 amps going to a sub panel in the basement, and we're gonna see if they did that right or not when we get down there. Took the reversing sensors for the garage off.
I didn't see it.
Unbelievable.
On that side of the house, on the other side.
Wow, unbelievable. You need to put the sensors on here.
But there are definitely some things that need.
I'll get your ducts cleaned out. There's companies that do it. Monster Vac and Ductworks are the two companies. Your sub panel in the basement looks pretty good. It's done okay. I'd still check to make sure they got a building permit on the basement finish. Put them down the basement. Anyway, you need a pan underneath here, so if it leaks, it's going to ruin your house. A pan with a drain.
Okay.
A couple of screens that are pretty well messed up here. You need new screens if you're going to open the windows. The handle on your tub here, the master tub, doesn't work. It's broken, stripped. Well, it works, but it ain't right. Yeah, they're closed. So up here in the attic, you have some bunch of disturbed insulation. I don't see any critters up here. I don't see any droppings. We kind of thought there might have been some critters up here, but I think I overruled that postulate. So I think we're good. You just have a bunch of pockets up here, some people walking, contractors walking, because these little pockets are every 16 inches where the joists are, rafters are, whatever. So I think we'd be good. I don't see anything diabolical up here. So I think we're good. Okay, so this furnace upstairs in the attic looks pretty good. What I would do, and these are just recommendations, I would put a water alarm in that bottom drip pan there, because if this condensate fails and the secondary fail-safe fails, you want 3 fail-safes up here. A 1, a 2, and then a water alarm to shut the system down if the whole thing fails. Then it won't leak all over your ceiling and cause you major bucks. So the other thing is, this furnace, I don't see any tags on it. I don't think this thing's ever been cleaned or serviced. So this needs to be cleaned and serviced, okay? In the basement, your main water shut off. So the entire house is buried behind here. I don't think you can reach that. Maybe you can. Should really be able to get a little bit more accessible to that main shut off for the house in case you have to shut the water off quickly. This shut off to the sprinkler system probably isn't really fully shutting the water off, because why else would it be leaking out there? So I don't think you need a sprinkler system. Okay, got 2 hot water heaters in here. You see a little brass shut-off valve there spooging out, whatever that is. It's actually leaking. These are bad brass valve connectors, and I think this one is too. You see this one I'm talking about? What I'm talking about is that right there, no mean. So that right there, and this over here, so it's kind of like a little pinhole rust thing going on there. These brass valves shutoffs need to be replaced. And then this expansion tank, that blue thing, that needs to be strapped to a raft or a joist. Other than that, it should be good to go. Look, the inside of your furnace down here, I don't think that's ever been cleaned. So you might want to have both furnaces cleaned and serviced. Get all that fun stuff. See what we can see over here, man. So anyway, I don't think it's ever been cleaned. Looks pretty good. I don't think you have any issues. Just have it cleaned and serviced. High efficiency furnace like this one should be cleaned and serviced every year. Okay. Other than that, there really ain't too much wrong with the house. Pretty much the conclusion of the inspection here.
Okay. If you guys need to stay,